Hello guys, coming to you with notes number 4 on area and circumference of circles. We're going to first do this with the calculation for pi, 3.14, and then later I'll show you how to leave your answer in terms of pi. So you will still be using Desmos with the circle. A few things you need to know. If the line goes across the center of the circle all the way across, that's called the diameter. On a circle, if a line goes from the center halfway out, that's your radius. Okay, and area is the number of square units that would cover this circle or this one. And circumference is actually the length around the circle if you were doing that line. If you were measuring it, that would be circumference. So that would be the difference today. We'll look at how to find the area, what covers it, and then the distance around the circle, which is their circumference. Okay, we'll first start with area. Area formula for a circle is pi r squared. And for pi, we approximate that as 3.14. Okay, there's probably a button on Desmos, I'm assuming, for pi. So we can look for that too. So we'll start with an example using that formula. So if I had this circle, have 10 inches, area would equal pi r squared, 3.14 times 10 squared. Okay, we'll check out Desmos. Okay, when you're on Desmos, you shouldn't now have to worry too much about degree mode, but we'll go ahead and do that. Let's change to degrees. All right, and then we'll just get rid of this. Okay, so for this first one, we wanted pi times 10 squared. If we look in functions, we might find pi. Oh, never mind. See it right there. So right there it is. So we could do pi times 10 squared. Okay, if they didn't have a pi button, we could use 3.14. So it's 314.16 inches squared. Okay, so we go back. Okay, and then we'll do another example. This time they might give you the diameter, which is all the way across. So for instance, if they have a line going across that's indicating that entire length for the diameter. Okay, so when you do this formula, you're going to have to take half the diameter and come up with a radius. So this would be pi times 15 squared. Okay, and I've got 706.85. Or 86 feet squared. A lot of times they'll tell you what they want you to round it to. Okay, but this time I just went to the hundredths place. So I have those two examples for area, and then we'll look at circumference. So if we're doing circumference, has two formulas. 2 pi r, look at that formula first for circumference. Okay, that formula you want to use if you are given a radius. Once again, if we're given 10 inches for a radius, we want to find the circumference. We're measuring the distance around that circle. So C equals 2 pi times 10, which would be pi times 20. Go back. And order wouldn't matter, but I'm getting 62.83 inches. We're not going to put inches squared because it's not a squared unit that covers. When you take like little squares and you cover this, that's why we say squared, because you are covering it. Okay, but for circumference, we're just going to round the outside. So that's just a length. So that's going to be in inches. Okay, and then our last one here will be with circumference with a different formula. Pi times d is another circumference formula that you can use if you're given the diameter. So if you have a circle and maybe they give you the entire distance across the center, that would be circumference equals pi times 30, or 30 pi. $94.25 feet. Okay, and again, we're not going to put feet squared because we're not covering this with little squares units. We're just going around the outside of it. We want to know what that length is. So in terms of this circle being a 30 feet diameter, it would have 94.25 feet distance around it. All right, that concludes our notes today on circles. I hope this helps. They're not hard problems. You just got to make sure you're using the right formulas. So I've supplied you with 3 formulas today. So if you guys have any questions or anything, you can just send me a message and then I'll help you in any way I can. Have a great day, guys. See you later. Bye.